Orthodontics generally focuses on function and aesthetics, but rarely looks at speech-sound production. Historically, they've looked at specific traits, like angle classification, but rarely have they looked at the discrete physiology. And it was the purpose of our study was to do that.
Speech is a very complicated dynamic motor act, and any change to its environment will change the integrity of a certain sound and or certain speech. In this study, we were interested in the effect of malocclusion on speech production, which has been looked at for decades. However, we wanted to take it from a physiological approach and approach that would be easily replicated by any dentist or any orthodontist at chairside.
Ma ma ma, pa pa pa, pa pa pa, ta ta ta, ta ta ta, ka ka ka, ka ka ka, shh,
Baby boy,
baby boy,
kitty cat,
kitty cat,
stop the bus,
stop the bus,
catch a fish,
catch a fish,
55,
55,
count up to 10.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10.
Subjects for our study were sequentially selected from all patients seeking an orthodontic consultation at our department over a 4.5-month period. A questionnaire was used to exclude patients with anatomic and physiologic disabilities, hearing deficits, and those with a history of prior speech or orthodontic therapy. From those, 50 males and 65 females, 115 subjects in total, were selected. They were primarily of Latino ethnicity and ranged in age from 8 to 36.
The sound errors we separate into two groups: visual distortions and auditory distortions. Auditory distortions are errors where we would expect one sound to be made a very specific way and it was substituted with a different sound. As an example, if I wanted to say the word 3 and it came out dree, that is a sound substitution. Or if I wanted to say the word Sam and it came out sham. Visual distortion error, for an example, on the sound T, would be where the tongue is against the maxillary dental edge and they're producing T. It still sounds like a normal T, except you see the lingual protrusion.
In conclusion, our study demonstrated that the features of a malocclusion can be associated with speech sound production errors. The more severe or handicapping the malocclusion is, the more likely a speech sound production error will develop. As little as a 2 mm open bite can elicit a sound production error. Open bite and bilateral crossbite were more significant than angle classification in affecting sound production. The production of the S and T sounds were most affected by an open bite malocclusion. Auditory and visual distortions combined, typically called a sound error, occurred in nearly 20% of the subjects. Visual inaccuracy can occur most frequently, as much as 80%, and by itself is not considered a sound error, although it may inadvertently be viewed as such because of the lingual protrusion.